This is an ESP project for a Bluetooth speaker output. Hi, I'm going to start a new project, and that is because I bought on AliExpress a couple of these ESP32s, and they have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so I thought that maybe I could use this Bluetooth speaker as an output to play internet radio. First, configure the WiFiManager. The link is in the text. So this is the sketch that you have in Arduino IDE, and it's rather simple. You just enter WiFiManager and you use it to auto connect, and I give it an app name so that the host name is set by WiFiManager. Next step is to configure a web server. So this is the new sketch. I added the HTML root, the string that will be posted by the server. I added this server routing that on getting the main page you get this HTML root, and there's a handler for the not found when I will give the arguments, and I initialize that after the WiFiManager is connected. And if all goes well, then that means that if we go to the host music player, then we'll see this. I've already uploaded it, so let's see if that is true. So let's try it. There it is. Now we want something else than this little string, and we need a file system. I asked ChatGPT to give me a web page that is more liking, that we can select a device and the volume and stuff. But then I get a big file which is no longer fitting in a string, so I need a file system to put it on, and that is no longer present in the Arduino IDE. But I found, if you look on the internet for the LittleFS upload in Arduino IDE, then you can find it. You can still do it, and the link is below in the text, but I have that. So I uploaded an index HTML and adjusted the script correctly. So here's the indexed HTML that ChatGPT generated. Quite simple. We have a label, an input field, another input field, and a script that posts this to the web server. And I added two files, persistence.h, persistence.cpp, which include the functions to get the data from index.html, that's the file that we want, and if it's able to read it, then we put that in HTML root, so that then the server will display something else. The persistence.cpp is using LittleFS, and it's trying to read. That's just quite basic stuff. So this is now the folder for my music player. It has the two files in it, but it has a folder data, and in the data folder there's the file index.html, and that is what we want in the LittleFS. So there is one more thing that you need to do, because now we need this file in the file system, and as we can see in the tools section, we see that the board has a partitioning scheme with spiffs in it. That's okay, but we can increase the size of the spiffs if we're not doing over-the-air updates, which we are not going to do. So we can choose that, and then we go to Ctrl-Shift-P, and here we can go to ESP. Well, this is spiffs. LittleFS. Upload LittleFS to Pico, That is the plugin that you installed, and there it's going to install it. So it's writing it to the ESP, and that is now done. So now we can go and upload the sketch. This will always take too long in my opinion. So now let's see what it does. Music player, it gives me this nice thing. So now I can enter a device and a volume. That's nice. So now I entered my Bluetooth device and the volume, and it gives me that it couldn't find it because the page was not found. But I have a way now of getting the device and the volume from my page. Next step is add some Bluetooth. So now I added the Bluetooth stuff with a connect bluetooth.h, which just have connect to Bluetooth, a device and a volume. And this is done by having a selected device in the main variables, because I found out that if you connect the Bluetooth in the handle not found, then it's not going well. So if I have a device name in the arguments, then I should set the selected device to that argument, selected volume as well, and in the loop I say if we have a selected device, we have a selected volume, and it's not started, which means that the started device is not the selected device, then we start output and we connect to Bluetooth. Well, the connect to Bluetooth CPP is a bit tricky. This is just a sine wave being constructed on the frames, but the Bluetooth ADP source, that is the source, and connecting to the Bluetooth device means just that you set the callback frames and you set the volume, you set the device, start it, and then it should be okay. Let's see. So here I've entered the Bluetooth Solo, which is my device, and a volume of 100, and it says start output. So let's hear that. So now it's buzzing, but as you can hear, it's not really a nice sine wave. And I found out on the internet that it is caused by the fact that the Wi-Fi is using the same radio as the Bluetooth. So I will probably have to switch off the Wi-Fi if I want to have a good quality of sound on the Bluetooth. Let's try that. This is funny. I found out that it's not the Wi-Fi, but there's something else. There's a delay in this loop that I took out. So here was a delay. But when I do not do that, there was a command with that delay that it should trigger the watchdog, and it did. But it did not do that very soon, because you can see here that when the output is started, then a minute later it gives the watchdog trigger. So I think I can postpone this delay. It was a lot better, but still that was not really good. So now you hear it. It's now nicely beeping, and I did that because there was this static float M time, that was the time, and now I trigger it only after 15 seconds. So you see here, it's triggered every 15 seconds, and then the delay is okay. I still switched off the Wi-Fi, so I think that this is a nice first version of this project.